Okay guys, face again, attention, and bow. Okay, if you guys did Tuesday's class, hopefully you're all recovered from that. I know I had your legs working out a lot today, on that class. But hopefully you guys can get a chair for this class. Okay, well we need this for a couple minutes here. This will just help you with some of your kicks, get them a little higher. If you don't have a chair, don't worry, just go ahead and just kick in the air. So I want to get your hips loosened up a little bit, okay? You know, if we're sitting around all day, sitting there, I know a lot of you guys are doing, you know, classwork on the computer, and you sit there and your hips get a little tight, especially as you get older, your hips get tight. So this is gonna be a good warm-up drill. I wanna do some outside crescent kicks over the chair, okay? And make sure you're careful with the chair. You know, if you accidentally kick it, it will hurt, okay? Which is also a good reason to have a chair. It'll make sure that you don't kick it, okay? It doesn't let you get lazy with your kick. So our outside crescent kick. The first thing we wanna do is we wanna turn. Notice how I turn my shoulders and my hips so they're facing the side, okay? If I just have my hips forwards, as soon as I kick, I'm gonna kick that chair. So I need to open up my hips relative to the chair. So if you see how I'm facing here, my hips are forwards. As I turn, now there's an opening, there's an entrance here. And that's the direction my leg is gonna go, okay? So I turn the hips here. Now as I kick, I'm gonna kick, and notice how I turn the hips back. Now they're facing this way, so watch again. I turn the hips, I'm gonna kick, make a big rainbow over the chair. And I finish over here. Again, turn, kick, turn. So it's simply here, here. That's the motion of the kick when we do an outside crescent kick. So again, turn, kick, outside. Making a big, big wide rainbow, a big wide arc, okay? Let me show you on the other side here. Turn, and again, look where my hips are facing, and as I kick, they're facing here. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a back view real quick, so you can hopefully pick up a couple extra details, okay? So when I turn, in addition to turning my hips, look what my back foot does. Watch what that foot does. I pivot, okay? Now when I'm doing all this, you can hopefully see that my eyes are remaining forwards. Okay, a lot of people when they first do this, they'll turn their body and turn their head. Now I can't even see over here. I'm gonna hope I don't kick the chair, but you know, I might accidentally kick that, okay? So this is just a warm up for your hips, doing these outside crescent kicks. I want you guys to practice about 3 to 5 minutes. Do like 5 kicks right, 5 left, and just keep switching back and forth until you reach those 3 to 5 minutes, and then come back and we'll move on. Okay, so now that you got warmed up with those outside crescent kicks and inside crescent kicks, I want to work on the jump spinning outside. Now, if you do this with a chair, be very careful. Okay, if you miss, you're likely to hit that chair. So if you're brave, do it with a chair. Sometimes pain can be a really good teacher. You hit that chair, you're probably only going to do it once. Okay, so like I said, be careful. That's my little disclaimer here. I am going to practice, and if I hit the chair, it means I got to work on my technique. So on that jump spinning outside, you know what, I'm actually gonna turn this sideways so you can see me from a side view here. You don't need to jump very much. I think that's one of the common misconceptions about this kick. People try to bend and jump really high. I mean, you can throw it like that, and it shows an incredible amount of athleticism, but you more wanna focus on the turn on this kick, not the jump. Okay, so if you watch my jump, it's not very high. I'm jumping maybe an inch or 2 off the ground. And what we want to work on is doing this in one smooth, fluid motion. Okay, if you're first learning this kick, it's turn, look, bend, jump, kick. And that's fine when you're first learning. Okay, it's like you're learning to walk basically. We don't expect you to sprint when you're first learning to walk. But as you get higher in the belt, you gotta be able to sprint. You gotta be able to be fast and explosive with your kicks. That's what your goal is here. So this is one big jump, turn, kick. I wanna jump, turn, kick. And notice how I'm coming all the way around on that kick. Let me face forwards here again. So if you watch how I'm doing all the parts of the kick in one motion basically. Instead of turn, pause, look, pause, jump, kick, pause. It's turn, look, jump, kick. It's all in one motion like that. Okay, you don't got time to turn and pause and spot your target. By that point, you know your opponent would have hit you. Okay, so let me show you a couple more here. Again, turn low, jump kick. Okay, so I want you guys to practice your jump spinning outside crescent kicks either with a chair or without a chair. Practice about 3 minutes. So that means you're gonna do about 1.5 minutes per leg, and then come back, I got another drill for you guys. Okay, so the next drill is the jump inside round. And the whole reason I had you do the jump spin outside crescent kick first is to get your hips used to rotating. And that's the key on that jump inside round, is to rotate the hips. Okay, so again, hopefully you guys have a chair. This will really solidify this drill and hopefully make a lot of sense for you guys. So when I said you gotta turn on that jump inside round, okay, the most common problem is people will turn to right about here, bring their leg up, notice how it's facing the side, and try to finish the kick from there. And you can see that's a pretty lame looking kick. So we gotta get those hips turned more than we think. So again, I wanna turn, point that knee forwards. And when I point it forwards, I'm actually gonna turn like I'm doing a twist kick. Then I wanna jump roundhouse kick. And the reason the chair is there is so that kick comes horizontal across. So let's go and do a couple more here on that jump inside round. Again, I'm gonna turn, knee up, jump roundhouse kick over the chair, okay? Again, another couple kicks here. Again, turn. Now when I turn, I don't want to swing the leg out wide. Watch how this leg comes up here, okay? If I go out too wide with that leg, it slows the kick up, okay? So think about almost like I'm doing more like a spin back kick here. You know, if I do a spin back kick, my leg goes straight behind. Same thing, I want to bring that leg up straight behind, and as soon as that leg comes up, that's when I jump and throw that roundhouse kick, okay? Let me show you a couple from the side view here. Okay, again, I'm gonna turn. As I turn, remember that leg doesn't come out wide, that leg comes in tight. Then I jump, throw that roundhouse kick there, okay? Let's do a couple more. Okay, I'm gonna throw this one a little quicker. Okay, again, I'm gonna turn, look, knee, jump, kick. Okay, so that's gonna be your jump inside roundhouse kick practice. Practice that about 3 to 5 minutes. And again, like always, practice both sides until you guys got this down. Okay, get going. Okay, for my purple and Purple-1 belts, we're gonna be working on your staff form, so we'll grab your staff real quick. As always, if you don't have a staff, you know, grab like a broom or something you guys can use to substitute for that staff. Okay, so we're starting at attention like this. Okay, up nice and tall. Look how that hand is on top. I'm gonna be going through the form kind of quick. So if you have a little bit of trouble following along, I recommend just rewinding it and rewatching it, and you should be able to pick up all those little details that you might have missed, okay? So the first thing we want to do is we want to grab that staff with the right hand and simply twist. And I twist until my palm is facing down. At that point, I'm going to grab with the left hand, slide the right hand out, go into a horse stance shove. Next, with the right hand, punch. Left hand, punch. And let's try that again. Again, we rotate, horse stance shove. Number 2, punch. 3, punch. I'm gonna bring the staff up and I'm gonna poke to my right. Look how the staff is resting on top of my arm here. It's not underneath my armpit, it's on top. Like it's resting on a shelf. Okay, next I'm gonna poke the other direction. Okay, let's try that again. First 5 moves. I'm gonna turn backwards for this one. Okay, so we go number 1, horse stance shove. 2, punch. 3, punch. 4, poke to the right. Poke to the left. Next, we're going to bring the staff into the chest and push upper block and down block. Let me face forward to show you what that looks like. Again, upper block, down block. One more time. Bring it in and like you're pressing up, bring it into the chest, press down. Okay, let's do the first, that first portion there. I'm going to face backwards again. Again, number 1, horse stance. 2, punch. 3, 4, poke. 5, poke. 6, up. 7, down. Number 8, outside block. Number 9, outside block. Again, let me face forward to show you what that looks like. You're gonna come into the chest and push outside block to the right, into the chest, outside block to the left. One more time. Into the chest, outside, into the chest, outside. Okay, now what we do next is we're gonna switch the right hand and only the right hand, and this is called a circular down block. So imagine with the end of the staff, you're drawing a circle and you end up walking, and see how the staff is kind of lined up with my right leg? Let's try that again. So we switch that right hand, draw that circle and come down. Let's do that again. Switch, circular down block. Okay, let's do the first 10 moves. Again, I'm gonna face backwards. This is just a more natural view for you guys following along at home. Okay, first 10. Ready, and number 1, horse stance, air. 2, punch, air. 3, punch, air. 4, hook. 5, hook. 6, up. 7, down. 8, outside. 9, outside. And 10, switch the right hand. Circular down block. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up from here. We just did number 10, circular down block. Number 11 is called the chin strike. So I'm simply gonna unwind the staff and strike with the left hand of the staff right here. Try that again. You unwind it and strike right underneath the chin. One more time. Chin strike. Okay? Now look where the staff ends up. It ends up on the side of my arm here. Okay, not on the shoulder. A lot of people do this and they end up like smacking their own shoulder. Chin strike. Now the right hand is gonna strike on top. So let's try that again. Go back to the chin strike. And number 12, strike on top. Again, to the chin strike, number 12 on top. So for my purple belts, that's as far as you have to go. Okay, if you want to follow along and learn more, you absolutely can. Okay, so let's do the first 12 moves. I'll give you a side view this time. Okay, so we go number 1, horse stance, air. Number 2, punch. 3, punch, air. 4, hook. 5, hook. 6, up. 7, down. 8, out. 9, out. Now switch that right hand. Circular down block. 11, chin strike. 12, overhead strike. Number 13 is called a cross chin strike. So my left hand is going to be striking. Now my right hand actually comes to my left shoulder. Okay, don't bring it to the same side, bring it to the opposite side. Chin strike. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to strike to the side and back to the side. Okay, so let me face forwards and show you what this, this combo looks like. Okay, so we finished right here with the overhead strike. We did the cross chin strike. That right hand came up to the left shoulder. That left hand, almost like I'm doing like an uppercut with that left hand. Okay, and then I go straight across and strike, straight across and strike. And next, I'm gonna take that right hand and strike on top. So let's look at just that little combo right there. Okay, so we're right here. Cross chin strike, side strike, side strike. That right hand comes overhead. So I want to work on this combo starting from number 10. So number 10 is the circular down block. So we're going to go circular down, chin strike, overhead strike, cross chin strike, side strike, overhead strike. Let's try that again. Those 10 are starting from number 10. So circular down, chin strike, overhead, chin strike, side, overhead. Okay, one more time. Now you want to get to the point with this combo that it comes out pretty quick. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how fast you want to be able to do that. So make sure you're practicing until you guys can do it like that. Okay, let's do it one more time together. So we go circular down, chin strike, overhead, cross chin strike, side, overhead. Number 17, we're going to pull that staff back and poke. Now let me give you a side view. When I pull the staff back, notice how my left arm goes straight. Okay, it's not this, all the way back. And when I poke, the staff is on the outside of the arm. Again, I pull it back, poke. Staff's on the outside, not in the ribs. That does two things that you don't want to have happen. Number one, you kind of end up hitting yourself in the ribs. And number two, your staff is now trapped. You couldn't hit with that side. If it's on the outside, you could easily attack with that hand, okay? So let's start from the beginning. We're gonna go through up to number 17. Okay, I'm gonna face backwards again. Okay, so we go number 1, Horse stance. 2 punch, 3 punch, 4 poke, 5 poke, 6 up, 7 down, 8 out, 9 out, 10 switch, circular down, 11 chin strike, 12 overhead, 13 cross chin strike, 14 side, 15 side strike, 16 overhead, 17 pull back, left arm straight, poke, and look how the staff is on the outside of my arm. Okay, number 18, right leg draws in. It's what's called a cat stance. So I'm going to be balancing on the ball of my foot. I bring the staff overhead, like I'm doing an upper block, okay? Left hand is above the head, right hand is here. This looks more like an outside block. Try that again. Okay, draw in, overhead. Okay, next, I'm going to take my right foot and step into a back stance. That means I'm going to bend both legs like I'm sitting down, and I do a chin strike. Okay, so come back up to here, overhead, step, chin strike. Let me face this way so you can see what I'm doing with my hands. Strike. Okay, it's almost like I got this little lever here and I'm pulling down on that lever as I'm lifting up with that other hand. And I'm striking right underneath the chin. Chin strike. Okay, so let me face this way again. Overhead, chin strike. Okay, next one, we're going to do a circle. So let me face forwards for this one, okay? I start by moving the arm backwards and I'm drawing a circle. Imagine there's a little pen on the end of this. I want to draw that circle. Again, circle. Now the other hand, the off hand, see how that hand is moving also? So I'm able to pivot on that hand. Now as I do the circle block, I'm going to step behind. Okay, notice how this back leg steps behind into what's called a monkey stance. So I step behind. Now I'm going to raise the staff up. As I raise the staff up straight, look at my right arm is straight. Right knee comes up also. I'm going to drop into a low front stance. Poke. Okay, so let's work on that little section. Starting with number 18, the overhead block. Okay, so we have 18 overhead, 19 chin strike, 20 circle block, monkey stance, raise up, drop, poke. Okay, now when I come to attention, my right leg is gonna step together. My left hand is gonna come up to my shoulder like I'm putting the staff away in like a sheath. Okay, if you guys think about a sheath, it's the kind of the case, the protector for a sword. You're taking that and you're putting that away, okay? So let's try this. I'm gonna face forwards and this will be our last time through the form. Okay guys, staff form, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, poke, 18, overhead, 19, 20, 21, and then I step to attention, I salute with that left hand, and bow. Okay, now when I bow, see I'm holding the staff straight, I want to bow with the staff. Okay, you don't put the staff on the ground and do this. Staff is with you, it's part of you, bow like so. Okay guys, that is the staff form. Now I'd like to see you practice a few more minutes on your own. You know, make sure you can go through the whole form and do it by yourself without any assistance from me. And if you need to, rewind the video, watch it again, and you'll pick up some of those details you may have missed. Okay guys, get going.